Because freedom is actually one of God's design laws. It's a law upon which he constructed the universe to operate.
Yep.
Okay? You cannot have love in an atmosphere without freedom. You cannot get love by threatening to harm people who won't love you. You cannot get friendship by threatening to harm people who don't give you friendship. You can't get loyalty, devotion, trust by threatening to kill people who don't give you their trust. Okay? It is a design law that love, trust, loyalty, friendship only exists in atmospheres of freedom. That's how reality works. You can try this in any relationship. It's a relational design law that the Creator built intelligent beings to operate upon. We will have absolute freedom. And it's one of the things God will never violate, because to do so would make him a being other than love himself. It would be against his own nature, but it would also destroy what he wants in the people. He wants our love, trust, loyalty, friendship, devotion. So in heaven, there will be no legal system. Okay? Yet God has used law in Scripture, and many people don't understand it. They look at Scripture and they see God giving the Ten Commandments and God giving other instructions, and they say, this is God's best way. No, understand something. The law was added because of sin. Imposed law structures that we have on earth are only operational in sinful environments.
So let me ask this
So
question.
let me finish my thought on this, okay? Let me finish my thought on this. Are only operational in sinful environments, okay? Jesus, when he was on earth, said, my kingdom is found on earth in Israel. Is that what he said?
No.
My kingdom is not of this world. Israel was still operating. They were occupied, but they still had their own king. They still had their own Sanhedrin. They still had their own legal justice system that they were running, given through Moses. And Jesus said that was not his kingdom. I can't tell you how many Christian pastors miss this. And they teach that the Old Testament law from Sinai set up by God where he was ruling before they took their human kings. They rebelled with human kings, but when he was the king, sovereign, ruling and enforcing the law, that's his ideal government. It's not true. That's a lie. That is not his kingdom. Jesus did not. All the kingdom of the earth are Satan's and offered to Jesus. It's in the Scripture, okay, including how Israel was running, because God doesn't run his kingdom on imposed law and imposed punishments.
Right.
God is the God of truth, love, and freedom. His laws are design laws, and thus his law is not written on stone. The new covenant experience, he puts it in our heart.
That part.
We are transformed, and heaven will be safe because every single being who lives in heaven has God's living law of love, truth, liberty operating in their heart, and they would rather die before they ever hurt another person.
Yeah.
So,
Okay? And that's why heaven would be safe. And so you may say, well, then why did God give that law? And I want to answer this question, then hear what you have to say there.
Gotcha.
Because God was not setting up a heavenly kingdom with Israel. He was setting up a civil government amongst a former slave population of unrighteous, unruly, unholy, unconverted people to prevent them from decaying into tribal factions and civil war, which they were already starting with Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, who were already challenging Moses' right to rule. Okay, God set up a civil government so that the people of Israel could maintain some order in a fallen, unconverted state of functioning to fulfill their mission, and their mission was to be the branch of the human family through whom Messiah would come. And that was the purpose of setting all that up. It wasn't to set up his kingdom on earth. And many people miss this. But anyway,